A group of US senators has called on President Biden to initiate a travel ban on China. A surge in childhood pneumonia in the US is prompting concerns America isn't prepared. Our Sky News Washington correspondent Annalise Nelson explains.
A sudden rise in unexplained cases of childhood pneumonia in China is prompting fears a new virus is set to spread around the world.
What we know as of right now today of what's happening in China, they are having an increase in some of their respiratory illness. They're seeing it in the northern part of their country. They're seeing an uptick in their pediatric population.
Analysis suggests that the recent continuous rise in acute respiratory diseases in China is related to the simultaneous circulation of several kinds of respiratory pathogens.
There have been reported increases of childhood pneumonia in China, Denmark, France, and the Netherlands. Local authorities are linking these cases to one specific bacteria, Mycoplasma pneumonia. As flu cases rise in America, concerns are growing they may be linked. An outbreak in Ohio in particular has raised concerns. In Warren County, an area just outside the city of Cincinnati, the health authority confirmed there were 145 reported cases of children with pneumonia at the end of November. In a statement, the local health authority says the increase in reported pneumonia cases is not suspected of being a new, novel respiratory virus, but rather a large uptick in the number of typical pediatric pneumonia cases. There has been zero evidence of this outbreak being connected to other outbreaks, either statewide, nationally, or internationally.
It's a known bacteria that is epidemic every 3 to 5 years. So we've seen epidemics of this in the past. We haven't seen an epidemic wave since COVID first broke out. So in some respects, we're due for it.
What this is an atypical bacteria called Mycoplasma that we know about. But the problem is there's a growing resistance to it because of overuse of antibiotics in China.
On November 22nd, the World Health Organization officially requested China provide details on an increase in respiratory illness. But deep distrust remains in America, not only of the information coming out of China, but also the Centers for Disease Control's ability to handle it.
You can tell the truth, and then the public will start trusting the CDC again.
CDC does provide the scientific evidence and technical expertise.
Florida Senator Marco Rubio is leading a group of senators calling on the White House to implement a travel ban from China in a letter saying, CCP has an incentive to lie, just as they did throughout the COVID-19 pandemic, and any new pathogen could derail its efforts to stimulate its economy. Besides, we should not wait for the WHO to take action given its track record of slavish deference to the CCP. Donald Trump claims credit for the original travel ban for China during the pandemic, but his handling of COVID-19 has become a wedge issue for Republicans vying to be president, including some campaign trolling from Ron DeSantis.
I would have fired somebody like Fauci.
Annalise Nielsen, Sky News, Washington, D.C.